Summer Bennett from Southern Adornments Decor. It is time for my favorite time of the month, which is our showcase. So, if you've ever wondered what goes on inside the Painters Clubhouse and kind of wondered what we've been teaching in there, maybe what our members have been creating, this is your opportunity to take a little sneak peek behind the scenes and see what we've been up to because you will be so blown away by what our members have been creating and some of the big wins that they've been having. So if you want to learn more about the Painters Clubhouse, I put a link down below for you, paintersclubhouse.com. And then let's just take a look at what's been going on. So some highlights for the month of March is we always have a guest instructor come and join us. And our guest instructor this month was actually one of our very own Painters Clubhouse members, Miss Sandy McWhirter from Quilted Treasures and More. She taught a remix of a design. Remix is when we take one of our older designs and we make it new again, bring it to the forefront, kind of tweak it a little bit. And she turned it from hydrangeas into a planter full of impatience. And she did a beautiful job teaching that. Thank you, Miss Sandy, for being our guest. I see Sarah's in the comments. Hello, Linda. Hello, Diana. Welcome, ladies. Y'all drop a comment. Let me know who's watching with me today. And then I always teach at least one design in the clubhouse, but this month I actually taught two. And so I did the spring covered bridge design. That is that one that right there in the middle. And I will say this one definitely pushed me out of my comfort zone. It had a lot of very artistic, like landscape brush strokes that had me channeling my inner Bob Ross. I was thinking happy trees the whole time I was painting. We used a sponge. We used a rake brush. We used lots of really cool techniques. And so if this is something that you aspire to learn, or maybe you're just feeling like you're in a little bit of a creative rut lately, you can learn all kinds of things in the clubhouse that's going to stir up your creativity. And even if it's not something you learn from me, it might be something you learn from a guest instructor or one of our clubhouse sisters. I'm all time picking up tips and tricks and being inspired by them. There's everybody. It takes a minute to get everybody in the comments. Hey, Jacqueline. Hi, Suzette and Joanne. I see Nancy, Donna, Elizabeth, and Teresa. You have loved this month, Teresa said. I'm so glad to hear that. Good morning, Laura. At the end of this live, I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek for what is coming in the month of April. So if you've been thinking about joining the clubhouse and you're on the fence, we actually have a spring workshop coming up, and Painters Clubhouse members get free access to the spring workshop. So there's never a better time to join. And at the end of April, we are going to be closing the doors to the Painters Clubhouse to the public. And so the only way you'll be able to join is during one of our launch weeks or something like that. And so if you've been thinking about it, I hope that you'll make the choice to join us sometime within the next month. Hey, Linda. Hello, Una and the other Linda. I've got multiple Lindas. The other design that I taught in the clubhouse this month was this cute little daisy gnome. We used a rake brush on his cute little furry beard. And we did those beautiful daisies. And that was a lot of fun. The grass on that one was really fun too. So let's take a look at what our members created using the first design, which is called the hydrangea planter, the one that Miss Sandy McWhirter remixed. And here is Teresa Clever's design. I really love the way Teresa did the planter box. Actually, I love this whole thing, but the planter box is really unique. I like the shading that you did and the way you made it look like a little darker underneath the letters. And then the different variations of the pinks in the flowers is so realistic. So Teresa, you did a fabulous job on this, and I'm so proud of you. Joanne George did more like me and went with the slightly whimsical approach. I love this like fluffy flower look. That's probably not the right terminology, but this is how I usually paint my hydrangeas. And I think you did a beautiful job on that. And I especially like that you did pink lettering on the planter box. Cindy Fowler painted hers and did her planter box in teal. She said, I'm not sure what kind of flowers I painted. That's me, Teresa. I mean, not Teresa, Cindy. I usually am like, they're cute, but I don't know what kind of flowers they are. But then again, I'm not really like, I don't have a green thumb. I barely know what some of the flowers are even called. My husband knows more about that kind of stuff than I do. He is a big, like, I wouldn't say gardener. He loves to plant trees. He loves to shop for trees and bushes and flowers and things like that. And so he would probably know it better than I would. Miss Linda Helser painted the hydrangea remix last night. She said, I changed up the colors a bit. I used teal mint for the basket. I love teal mint. She said for the leaves, I used dark Hauser green and shaded with a soft black and highlighted the foliage green. I love your flowers. I think they turned out so pretty. She did those with a baby pink color. Great job, Miss Linda. Hello, Janet. Hi, Robin. Hello, Wanda and Brandy and Tricia. Welcome, ladies. Let's take a look at some of the daisy gnomes our members created. Joanne George, Wanda Hallman, Rosemary, and Christy all painted the cute little daisy gnome. And I can't believe none of you guys changed up the colors of his outfit. You must have just liked the way I dressed him. But no, I'm just kidding about that. I think you guys all did a great job. We did do a little bit of shading work on the boots, and actually we did a lot of shading work on his skin too. And so that was a little tricky. And I think you guys all did such a good job on these. So that's awesome. And then here's a look at some of the springtime covered bridges that our members have painted. Joanne, Wendy, and Susan all posted pictures of theirs. We even had some members change up the color of the barn. I don't know if I've got those in the next slide or not, but we'll look. I love that everybody chose to do the greens and the pinks and just, I don't know, you guys all were totally channeling Bob Ross. You did a great job. Let's see. Linda Albano painted the bunny with the glasses. Now, this is a design that I taught on the Southern Adornments page right here and on YouTube just a few weeks ago. So if you haven't painted that one yet and want to, you've still got time before Easter. But this one had 3D glasses and a topper and 3D little hands holding the eggs. And Linda painted that one along with 3 other Easter designs. So she did a great job. She said, I haven't painted since before Christmas due to having COVID and taking care of a family emergency. I'm so glad you're able to get back to painting. Janelle Stearns finished another bunny this week. She couldn't quite get the gray shading to look right, but she improvised and made it a gray bunny. I would not have known that you had trouble with the shading. I think you did a great job kind of blending it in. And then Danetta Mattingly said, I am loving this purple. I'm betting she means the purple cow paint that we use a lot. It looks like she used it on the bunny egg in the background and then on the truck with hydrangeas. The truck was actually in our big box of blanks. The bunny might have been too. I'm trying to remember. Or was the bunny in the last year's big box of blanks? It all blurs together at some point. We're getting ready to pack up the next big box of blanks because it's shipping out April the 1st. And so that's what's on my mind right now. Hey, Tammy, happy Tuesday. Let's see. Stacy Glenn shared some designs she's been painting. Lots of Hello Springs. I see a bunny with its little head leaned in that says, so happy to see you. That bunny design is in the Clubhouse. The sunflowers in the mason jar, that's an oldie but a goodie from last summer from the Clubhouse. The watermelon welcome design in the background is a Clubhouse design as well. The 2 Hello Springs are not Clubhouse designs, but you can find those at shopdoorhangers.com. And Stacy actually challenged herself to paint 5 days in a row of her spring break. She said, goal met. I love that you set this goal for yourself. Our spring break is coming up next week. And I probably should set some sort of goal to do something fun each day, because like something creative and fun each day, because oh man, my kids are going to be home. I might need that little bit of a stress reliever. Otherwise, I'm going to work all week long, and I don't want to do that. Let's see. Laura Davis shared that she and Dalton have been painting lots of projects. They donated these to their local school's music booster for a silent auction. I love that she added the little 3D elements to that bunny with the droopy ears. That design's at shopdoorhangers.com. And I think she even put resin on this one. And I love the little beaded hangers she's been doing. So great job on those. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Let's see. Missy Ratliff said, I'm so very proud of my brushstroke bunny. I love how this one came out. I think I'm ready for Easter. She's got 3 Easter designs. I would say so. But that brushstroke bunny one is one that we taught last month in the Clubhouse. And so some of our members are catching up and painting that one now. And I love how that one turned out. You don't usually see like a black background on an Easter door hanger. And that one definitely stands out. Let's see some other wins that we had in the Clubhouse this past month. Janet Hunter painted her spring bloom truck from the big box of blanks. Christy Hager painted these 2 door hangers. If you see the one that says welcome to the coop and you're wondering where the design came from, it is available at shopdoorhangers.com. It is called Welcome to Our Coop. It is one that is in our designer marketplace. If you didn't know, we have a little section in the shop of designer marketplace designs that were not officially Southern Adornments decor designs. We're selling them for other designers. And this one was created by one of our Clubhouse members. I believe her name is Denise. And so Christy got around to painting that one and the Hello Spring. Great job on those. Oh, and here's an update from Laura Davis. In the previous post, I had talked about her and Dalton donating to the silent auction. She said the fundraiser was good. We got lots of compliments and we received a couple orders as well. That's awesome. So I'm so proud of you guys. Nancy Beeson painted the beautiful little flower pot with the word hi on it. And Melinda Alcorn finished a custom design for a friend of a cute little, I guess it's a hippopotamus. She's way too cute to be a hippopotamus. Hippopotamuses are like big and mean and scary. But this one is so cute. And she's holding a sunflower and has a little bandana on her head. Some other wins. Melinda Alcorn had a wonderful day at her spring craft fair. Y'all, her pictures from that craft fair setup were so good. If you struggle with stuff like that, like how to set up, you would be amazed at all the posts in the Clubhouse. If you scrolled through the photos or did a search on like craft fair setups, there are so many good posts with lots of ideas for how to display your items at craft shows. I'm laughing at Megan's comment. She said, I didn't know a hippo could be that pretty. I didn't either. Sarah Hastings said, I'm definitely getting out of my comfort zone. She said, I'm not good at drawing. And she said, this is the first time I'm doing Procreate. And today I did my first vendor event. I sold 4 door hangers and by the way, Highland cows are selling, she said. But she was sharing this design, the black and white right there in the middle. She took the Highland cow design from our templates and then added a camper to the back of it. So she learned to kind of, we call that mashing up, when you mash up 2 templates together and create like a custom design. And so I love that you're really expanding your Procreate skills, Sarah. Dawn Black said, I did my very first craft show today and I sold 4 and have a custom order for another one. I learned a lot and look forward to doing more. I'm so proud of you, Dawn. It takes a lot of courage to go and a lot of work to go and set up for a craft fair. Something fun we did this past month in the Clubhouse was we did a Painters Clubhouse Zoom birthday bash. I hopped on Zoom with our Clubhouse sisters and we celebrated 6 years, 6-year birthday of the Painters Clubhouse. Their Clubhouse is turning 6 next month. It's hard to believe, 6 years in a membership. If you had told me 6 years ago that I was going to start a thing and I was going to be consistent with it for 6 whole years, teaching every single month, I would have been like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. That sounds like a big commitment. But it has been so easy, y'all. Oh, okay. Easy is probably not the word. It's work, right? It's work planning stuff. It's work running a business. But I guess, I mean, it's been easy, as in easy to stay committed to. I have enjoyed it so much. This group fills my cup every single month. And I'm just so blessed to be a part of teaching other women how to paint. And so to celebrate that birthday party in the Zoom call was so much fun. We got to see each other's faces. We laughed, we told stories, and we painted some cute little cupcakes, as you see there on the right. I added some spackle to mine for the icing to create some texture, and some of the other ladies did as well. There's mine right there next to the shoe. Something else that I posted in the Clubhouse lately that I did was I put rhinestones on my shoes, which I did talk about in Friday Fab 5 last week. And so you don't have to just share your painted creations in the Clubhouse. You can share your craft projects or what other things you've been doing. Those kind of things always inspire us. So here's a look at a few of the other cupcakes. Marie Mosley did hers with some spackle as well on a canvas. Judy Ditch did hers with spackle. And then Nancy Beeson, instead of painting a cupcake, did a large like birthday cake and a bunny. Something else fun that we do in the Clubhouse each month is we choose a rock star of the month. Miss Sandy McWhirter, who actually was our guest instructor this month, was our February rock star. And we don't have a Painters Clubhouse rock star for March just yet. They're usually selected around this time of the month. So we'll have that one to announce next month. But we also do a monthly Zoom paint party. I'm not always on those, but I had so much fun at this last one. I may try to jump on them more often. We also do a weekly powwow. If you don't know what a powwow is, it's almost exactly like what we're doing right now, which is the Painters Clubhouse Showcase. It's a chance for me to like give them updates on what times things are going to be happening, to remind them of things they might have missed, and to share posts and wins. And so if you're a busy person and you're like, I just don't have time to be a part of a Facebook group, I don't have time to scroll through all the posts and do all the things, hop on a powwow once a week and you'll be caught up. And you won't feel like you have to just spend hours scrolling through the group, although you may want to. We also do Happy Mail giveaways, and we do a monthly challenge. So our challenge this month, Oh, hang on. There's Miss Sandy in the comments. Happy Tuesday, Sandy. We were just talking about you. Eunice says fun work is different. Yes, it is totally fun work. Hey, Brenda. Hi, Jane. Our challenge this month was to take 2 door hanger designs and mash them up, just like we were talking about earlier that Sarah did, where she took the camper and mashed it with a Highland cow. Some of our members took this challenge and ran with it. I really loved seeing that. Vicky Stowe took the cross shape and added the flowers from the what was that one called? The Happy Flowers workshop. She took the flowers off of that one. It was originally on a round and put them on a cross. Let's see. Sarah did the welcome with the zebra print and the flowers and mashed it with the Hey There design and kind of just melded them together in one design. Nina Sharp took the patriotic truck and mixed it with the Home of the Free because of the brave heart. I don't remember what that heart's called, but it's kind of like a patriotic heart design. Great job on that. Kelly Erickson, I thought this was super clever. She took the Spring Henrietta design and she took some of the tulips or the flowers that were on the Henrietta design off and added daffodils that she traced from the template that says Happy Spring with the daffodils at the bottom, and then added, what are those little purple flowers? I want to say crocus, but I'm like, that might not be right. I told you I don't know my flowers, but she did a great job on that. Ella Bartz took, is it 3 different designs? Let's see. She took the cross on the round. I'm trying to remember what that one was called originally, but I can't think of it. It says in her caption there, she said it was the give thanks in all things template. I can't talk. The fallen but not forgotten dog tags. And so she kind of mashed up 3 designs and then the combat boots with the flag draped over them. And she made a custom design from all 3 of those. That is impressive. Well done. Donna says, is the Happy Flowers available as a template in the shop now? I don't think so because it was in one of our previous workshops and I don't think we ever sold it in the shop. We should though. It might still be available in the Clubhouse. Oh, and here's our sneak peek. I didn't realize I scrolled to the next slide and that's what it was. So without further ado, this is what we're going to be painting in the month of April with the Clubhouse. We're going to be doing a magnolia design, which is actually considered like a remix from the Clubhouse. We're going to be taking it, and Miss Cindy Manley from Art Shattered is going to be teaching this one with glass, resin, and I don't know if she's going to use glass, but I know she's going to use resin and beads. And so Miss Cindy is a wonderful teacher, and I'm excited to see how she does this one with the resin. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Oh, they're called hyacinths. Thank you, Norma. And then, of course, we've got our spring workshop coming up in the month of April on April 16th and 18th. Our Clubhouse members get free access to that workshop. And a bonus project we're going to be doing is a countdown calendar frame, or not calendar, a countdown frame. And it's going to have a little spot to attach, like an attachment. It's got on there like a little paint jar with a brush and some little swirls of paint in there. And so you're going to have like a chalkboard circle and then a chalkboard bar. So you'll be able to write your own little countdown. And so with chalk, you could write how many days it is to Southern Endorments Live. And then the next thing, like let's say you're counting down till Christmas, you could change that little attachment out for a Christmas tree or a Santa hat and put 30 days till Christmas, or you could put a cupcake and put 6 days till my birthday or whatever. So you could use this countdown calendar for all kinds of projects. But that's going to be what we're teaching in the month of April with the Clubhouse. So if you want to know more about the spring workshop and you're not a Clubhouse member, you can sign up for just $10. You're going to get the template, which is what I'm holding, the paper version there. You're going to download that, print it out, tape it together. You're going to get a supply list that tells you all the things you're going to need. You're going to join me for 2 days live in a private Facebook group, April 16th and 18th at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to paint live together. And you're going to have access to a private Facebook group where you can post all your pictures, ask all your questions, and be inspired. What are you guys saying in the comments? You are being busy. Let's see. Sarah says, I love doing flowers with Cindy. Yes, Cindy is such a good teacher. Sandy said the same thing. So did Laura. She said, and I need a countdown calendar for my first grandchild. When is she due, Laura? Shannon, yes, I do teach how to use Procreate. Go to Procreate for Makers. Whoops, hold on. I clicked the wrong thing. I'm going to type it in the comments for you. Procreate formakers.com. There is a course that you can take. Donna says, love the Americana truck design for the workshop. I cut out my round yesterday along with one to paint later. Wonderful. Oh, she's doing April 27th. Well, you're going to want to paint that quickly then and start counting down. I know you're already dying to meet that grandbaby. Cindy is a great teacher. Miss Cindy usually comes to my live events and teaches. I believe she's coming in to teach a project in the Smoky Mountains in November. And so there are lots of different ways to paint this Americana truck design. If you don't like red, or maybe you just want to be inspired and paint it another way, here are some ideas for you. And if we have an optional kit, if you so wish to buy one for $35, shipping included, we'll send you the wood blank, the template printed out for you, the supply list, the graphite paper, some brushes, and a fine mist spray bottle that we're going to use to do some shading. And we can get that all shipped out to you in time. There is a cutoff of April 10th to order this kit to get it in time for the workshop. So don't delay. And then if you don't have paint colors on hand, or you're worried you won't have the right paint colors, we do have a DecoArt paint pack that you can go on their website and buy. Just type in Tamara on the DecoArt website in the search bar, scroll down a bit and you'll see me there. And that little paint pack is what you're going to need for this truck project. Now, the only colors that are not in this bundle are black and white. And so the rest of them are everything else you need. All right, what questions do you guys have? I am available to do a Q&A with you all for a little bit. Okay, Lisa says, what if you don't cut wood? That's a great question, Lisa. If you don't know how to cut wood, I would suggest either buying a kit. If you can't afford to do that, you could go out to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, maybe even Joann's, I'm not sure, and buy a wooden round. And we can trace it on a wooden round. This one is 18 inches. I believe the last time I was at Hobby Lobby, I did see some wooden rounds in like their raw wood section back in the crafts that were about 18 inches. And so pick one of those up. I prefer ones that are no more than like a 1/4 inch thick. So I know I've seen them before. They're like a 1/2 inch thick, and those can be really heavy for a door. Alternatively, if you can't afford to do that, I would say just find something you can trace that template on. Look around your home. You never know what you might have sitting around that you could use as, a door hanger or a canvas, or you could paint it on a tiered tray, on like a tray, or even just practicing on cardboard is good. What color would be the yellow? Let's see. Let me put that back up here for us, and let's go back and look. That yellow one, I would say you could use the bright yellow that's on the supply list and to do some shading with like true ochre. True ochre is more of like a darker mustard color, and try that. Somebody else asked me, what about that teal or the blue color on the end? And it's kind of a teal. I would say for that one, probably desert turquoise. I really like desert turquoise. What other questions do you guys have? Yeah, Shannon says paint on cardboard. Of course, anything that can allow you to like start practicing. Is it too late to sign up for November? Okay. If you don't know what Wanda's talking about, she's talking about Southern Adornments Live. That is a big event that we are doing November 15th and 16th in the Great Smoky Mountains of Tennessee at the Wilderness at the Smokies. It's a big resort right on the mountains there in Sevierville, Tennessee. It's called Southern Adornments Live, and we currently have paused ticket sales. We're not completely sold out. I think we have roughly 60 spots available. And so we do plan to resume selling tickets on May the 3rd. And there will be one final promotion where you can save $50 off your ticket from May 3rd to May 12th, which is Mother's Day. And so if you've been, wanting to get a ticket and you missed out the first time, we do have a payment plan available. And I do believe it's also the last time to get in with a payment plan. And so if we sell out, we sell out. But if we don't, we'll continue selling tickets afterwards, but you won't be able to get $50 off, and you won't be able to do the payment plan after May 12th. So if you want to come and join us in the Great Smoky Mountains and you're kind of curious about this event, I'm going to put a link down in the comments for you. And you can't go buy a ticket here right now, but you can go and see more pictures, read more about it, find out what all's involved. It's essentially 2 whole days of crafting in person with me and a bunch of other people. It's going to be so much fun. This is going to be our 5th Southern Adornments Live. We did 2 in Nashville pre-COVID. And then we did one in Dallas a couple years ago. And then we did one in Destin, Florida this past fall. And so this next one's going to be in the Great Smoky Mountains. We've been moving it around each time, but I've really liked Destin, and I think I'm really going to like the Smokies. And you guys did too. So I don't know if we're going to keep moving it around or if we'll settle into 1 or 2 spots, but we'll see. It's going to be a great time, and you won't want to miss it. Also, if you already have your Southern Adornments Alive tickets and you're interested in the Dolly experience, we will be selling those tickets during the May 3rd to May 12th promotion as well. So keep that in mind as a Mother's Day gift idea. Ooh, Pam says Dollar Tree has trays for $5. Yeah, you could go grab a tray to trace this on, or even like a charger plate, and you could paint it on a plate or something like that. I think that would be really cool. So get creative. Find something you can trace this template on. Now, this template is sized to 18 inches, but we have tips and tricks that you can print it out at a smaller scale. So if you need it sized to like 14 inches or something, all you have to do is reduce your print scale to make it just a little smaller to fit on other items. Wanda loved the Dallas Live. Oh, thank you. Hello, Juanita. I just saw your comment. Hey, Cheryl. What other questions? Any other questions you guys have? Pam says, I like using charger plates. I find them at thrift stores. Oh, that's a good way. A good idea. Upcycle some things. I have a few things. I'm like looking into the corner of shame over here behind me. I have a spot where I have a big old frame that I bought at the thrift store for like $5. And I was like, ooh, this is a really nice frame. I should paint something on it. It's been sitting there for like maybe 2 years at this point, and I still haven't put anything on it. So I think what I need to do though first, if I'm really being honest, is find a spot to hang it up and then decide what to paint on it, because it is kind of big. It's probably 3.5, 4 feet long. And so I'm going to have to find a good spot on a wall to hang it up and then figure out what I'm going to paint on it. Okay. Cheryl says, oh, I've got 10 18-inch rounds coming from Damon today. I need to join for this. Definitely. Yes. Sign up. We would love to have you. All right, y'all. I put the link to sign up for the spring workshop in the comments here. I also put the link for Painters Clubhouse. If you're interested in joining, Clubhouse members get free access to our workshop. Pam says, I've also painted over paintings that I find at thrift stores. I've seen people do that sort of as a challenge. They like leave the painting original, but they tweak it and like add in ghosts for Halloween or something. It's so fun. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you in the spring workshop or in the Clubhouse. All right, y'all, I'm going to let you go. Oh, Clubhouse members, I'll see you live in the Clubhouse in just a moment. I'm going to show you what's in this month's companion pack. All right, have a happy